just sit here in
Fuck you.
silence.
I can't wait to punch you this week.
Oh God.
Welcome to Beyond the Mats. It's been a while. I don't have to look at the camera.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're a person
it's
and
gonna
that's
be
a
the
camera.
side of your face like, welcome to Beyond the
Welcome
Mats.
to Beyond the Mats.
God, this is already going
painful.
so well.
Well, that's because you're pressuring me to do things that I don't want to do, the way that I don't want to do them. I'm a Cape Buffalo. I do what I want.
What?
It's a thing. Don't worry about it. You make me so mad.
What are we talking about?
Your mom.
Oh God.
I don't know. I'm trying to be mature.
Are we? Is that the intro? Was that it?
Yeah, that was it. Welcome to
I'm like still waiting for the intro.
That was it. You do the intro if you're so good at it. If you have this thing in your head of supposed to be like this.
Okay.
Waiting. Everybody's waiting.
Everybody at home. Hi guys. This is Beyond the Mats.
Do your intro. Go.
I already did it. That was it.
That was horrible.
I know it was pretty bad.
Yeah. So
Let's move on, shall we?
I agree. Where are we going? Let's talk fight camp. 7 weeks. Christmas Day we started.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas morning.
Yeah, that was fun because you were like, I think it was my first time training on Christmas Day, and I was like,
I think that was my first time too.
no, yeah, you said that. I was quoting. Yeah.
Was that your first time?
No, I think there was a Christmas workout the last year.
Hmm.
Oh no, that was Christmas Eve. Yeah, so that was. And then I went and saw my family, and eating clean started that day too. So then everyone's having pie and cookies.
Cookies. Yeah, you got a thing for cookies.
I don't know what it is. I like
Soft,
really like cookies.
chewy cookies, crunchy cookies.
I like
both. Doesn't
homemade
matter?
cookies where it's like it's chewy in the middle, but I do like it a little bit like golden. I don't like pale cookies. But I'll eat cookie dough.
What's a pale cookie?
Like I just like it a little toasted on the outside. Like you can
On the edges?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm. Anyways, so we're talking about fight camp.
That's part of fight camp. Getting rid of all the shit food. I didn't
We'll
start
talk
dieting.
about that because I think that is like that's important. But
What?
the eating clean and how that affected everything.
Oh.
Because it's not just how I would feel like physically. The cutting out everything definitely helped my energy levels stay consistent throughout the day. Just like, and I think I was the most. It's super weird, but it's hard to attribute everything to like eating clean because it's like camp is like eating clean in addition to training hard, in addition to preparing your mind mentally. So I can't just say it's like just due to eating clean, but I felt a lot more. I had a lot more like clarity in my head. I felt like it didn't feel like I was. I felt like I was a lot more intentional with my time as well. Like we're talking about the women's MMA camp, and it's all my ideas and everything. I felt like I could like write out all my ideas and have a lot of ideas of what I want to do and have a lot of ideas for like videos for the gym and that type of thing. And then I had a week of eating cookies, and then I was like, wow, my brain feels really different. But it's like actually crazy how my brain feels different. My actual thoughts, I just feel dumber. They're just
because of the sugar, the bad food.
I would say a lot of it's due to that because that's the only thing I could think of what it would be. But also,
Is that the only thing that you changed?
well, when I'm getting closer to competitions, I'll like delete Instagram and delete YouTube and delete everything off my phone So it's just, I think, a mixture of everything.
I was gonna ask you if there was anything that you do to help mentally prepare that you do, but deleting socials is a thing. It's a really good idea.
Yeah, I think I do that a week before. I did that before the grappling thing, and then I did that before this fight. But I don't know. That's just because I think for me to stop a bad habit, I have to like cold turkey cut it off like completely. Otherwise, I'll just do it. So with eating clean, it's it's actually pretty easy for me to eat clean if you just. I'm only disciplined when I'm going to buy groceries. Because then if it's not like around, I don't even. I don't think about it. I don't have to be like, do I eat the cookies? Because there's no cookies.
Uh,
Oh, hey,
And then
can you bring the mic up to you a little bit more? Like, there you go.
happy.
Yeah.
oh yeah, and then same with social media. If I just delete it, I don't open it.
Hmm.
And then I asked you about it one time about like visualization and that type of thing, and I hadn't done that until this fight. So that's actually really interesting, and I do think it's like you can't. Some people there's a lot of conversation about it, and then like this manifestation thing, this visualization thing, but there's no way that you can just say like, "Oh, I'm gonna win," but if you didn't train, it's like you didn't actually. There's no way you actually believe that you're just gonna like go in and because you visualized yourself winning a bunch of times that you're gonna win. It's like because of I know my training, I could actually believe that it was real. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. I like it. I like it. That's cool. I like hearing about it from everyone else.
hmm
Different different fighters.
Well, it's interesting because I think starting, I kind of have imposter syndrome of because I hadn't had fights, so I'm like, how am I a fighter? And after training and then having more fights, it's like you don't have to be like the people in the UFC, the certain personalities and stuff, because I don't really fit the like talking a bunch of smack, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
it's like I'm not a very aggressive person, so I'm like, am I even a fighter? Who am I? But it's like you don't have to be the bold personalities that you see a lot that get attention a lot. Yeah. So I've thought about that before. Of like, I'm not like aggressive, or the guys who are like, I'm a fighter. I'm not. I'm not like that. So yeah, I don't know. I forgot where that was going. I had a thought, but I forgot. Bars. I'm rhyming it up. Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
okay.
Junior wants to push one of them buttons on that thing so bad.
But
Fighters, they're like all over the map.
oh yeah.
I've trained all kinds of different personality people.
hmm
Like, and trained with, right? And each person is unique and different in their own way. It's crazy. Like Alex is one of the toughest people that I've ever trained with. Landon is as well. Um, it it just, yeah. I mean, there, Chad, Chad was just like Chad is he's a good dude. Trained I don't know what years or whatever, but just a good looking buff. Wrestled in high school. I think he lost his first fight and then just went on a tear and won all the rest of his fights. But he was a squared away individual, not boisterous and not loud or anything like that. He's an engineer for Boeing, so he was well. I mean, like he was well on a good career and all that stuff. But for whatever reason, he just liked the fighting. So it was crazy weird, you know. Another kid like him, what was that? Jamie Lynch. He lives in California now. Tall, good-looking guy. Was in the military, he's in the Navy. I think he went to Buds. We had a conversation about that. He's I don't know what he does. I know he's into physical therapy stuff. I don't know at what level, but he's still fighting and competing. He doesn't need to. He just.
Yeah.
And then you go the way opposite end of the spectrum where there's guys who just come up rough and don't have much, and that's what they are drawn to, and then they do that. So and then everybody in between in the middle. It's crazy.
And that's what I've thought about before is I'm like, how am I supposed to take a fight if I'm not living in Dagestan, training in the mountains, wrestling bears? What am I supposed to do? And I don't have, I have like a supportive father and I live in like a nice area. God, life is so hard. But I don't have that. Because people talk about the chip on the shoulder thing. I grew up very nice. Like, I don't know. I haven't had.
Oh man, that's funny.
So, I don't know.
Huh.
And I live in a nice area. There's obviously everyone has their personal things growing up that affects them, but I wouldn't say I was like deeply traumatized or anything. I don't really have that thing that's like I have to fight to put money on the table. I'm just like, I like to do this after school. And then I did
Yeah.
And then I did that since I was
That's
like
true.
yeah. I was interested, we talked about this the first one, but I've been interested in martial arts since I was like 8 years old. And then part of me, it's like conditioned to every evening, I think, in my head of just like, this is what I'm doing at least 2 nights a week for the last, that's kind of weird to put it in that perspective, but for like the last 10 years, I've been training at least an hour for 2 nights a week. So I think it's also just a part of my routine. I have no idea what I would do if I wasn't in a gym. That's where my, I think about that. I think about moving and everything, and I don't know what I would be like if I didn't have a gym to go to. So.
Because what do you think helps keep you centered?
I definitely think so.
It's an outlet for sure.
Yeah. But it's also, it feels ingrained in me. Even if I, for some reason, couldn't do martial arts, I think I would still have to go to like a gym, or if I would have to substitute it for something. But even old injured people do martial arts, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's funny.
It is funny.
Old injured people. You're gonna be old someday.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Can't get away from it. Can't stop it once it starts. You'll be there.
Well, it's also weird because Taekwondo is, it's a hot take.
Are you gonna
Hot
say something
take.
bad about Taekwondo?
But
Controversial?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I get canceled by the
Taekwondo?
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo. Those Taekwondo black belt people. What's the name of those people over there in Lake Stevens? Master
Master,
Kim?
are we name dropping right now? What's going
Oh,
on?
Well, I'm not saying anything bad about them. I was just.
I'm not saying anything bad either. I'm just talking about Taekwondo.
I'm not saying anything controversial.
And I've also had I've been to different dojangs. So, well, just 2.
different what?
I've been to different Taekwondo.
Did you say
Schools.
dojangs? Is
Yeah,
that a thing?
that's the Korean word for it. Yeah.
I didn't know that. There's a lot I don't know. Yeah. But on the same scale, a spider's web is 10 times stronger than steel. I know that.
What are we talking about right now?
I'm just telling you what I know. That's what
Oh.
I know.
How does that? But you can like put your finger in a spider web and mess
No,
it up.
on the same scale.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. That actually is interesting. How do you know that?
I don't
And how
remember.
do you remember that? Well, not how
I
do you
don't
know that,
remember.
but how did you retain that? That's crazy.
Oh, I have lots in my head. So I retain information. It's all in there.
Okay.
I have a hard time finding it. But that useless stuff.
Except for randomly when it's like 1 a.m. and you're laying in your bed and then you're like, huh. And then you're like, now I remember that thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, because I run into people all the time, and they're like, "Hey, Coach Chris," or whatever. And I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" It happened to me yesterday. I don't remember who that.
I saw it happen so many times at the fight.
Yeah, like I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I don't know who it is. I just can't remember. I'm sure I know in here somewhere. I just can't pull it. I just can't remember. I can't remember how I knew them. Oh, that happened. That one guy though. That one I genuinely don't remember. That was 20 plus years ago, and I just don't remember. You remember me? And I'm like, nope. But I mean, like, it would be rude to be like, yeah, I remember you. Remember that one time we did whatever? It's like, no, I don't remember. I don't remember. At least I'm honest. I'm honest. I feel like both of you are judging me right now.
No,
Why are
I
you,
saw
look
that
at your hand. You're all
interaction.
like,
I saw that interaction. It was funny.
fuck.
It was really funny because it was just funny. 'Cause he was just so enthusiastic. He was really close to you and he's like, oh my God.
He was happy to see
Yeah,
me.
he was.
I
And then
was
you were
just-
like, oh. Do you remember me? No. Not at all. He was like, you don't remember you did this thing? And then you're just like, and he kept explaining and you're just like,
oh, I remember that now because you came to save me. You're like, he gets punched a lot.
yeah, because
yeah, you
it
did.
was awkward. It was so awkward. And then I was like, sorry, he's got brain damage from the, which is your joke. You say that a lot. But
I know. I appreciate it.
God, I was just standing there like,
It was painful for you, huh?
well,
Yep. That's a yes. Okay. Anyways,
so Taekwondo hot take.
yeah,
so-
Taekwondo.
Anyways, but people, oh God, I don't know how like,
Oh, you're gonna say it.
if I say it, if I say it, actually,
I'm telling.
I'm telling right now on myself. I remember I had this conversation with MJ when I started, and he was like, I wish I had a black belt in something. And I was like, if that belt wasn't $1,000, it's for the testing, not to get controversial. But they actually, you have to pay, and it gets like certified through like Cookie One in Korea and stuff. So, but it's like, it's just a belt. I was like, I wouldn't even care. Oh God.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have two questions.
Go ahead.
So the belt cost you 1,000,
For the testing, yeah.
or was it 1,000 for one testing?
Yes.
And they number the cookies.
The number of the cookies.
You said something about cookie one.
Oh my God. Okay, God. This could just.
What? She
Let's
said
move
it.
on from the cookies. From the cookies.
I like cookies too. Okay. We should have got cookies that day instead of the pastries.
I had cookies. I told you that. I've been eating cookies every single day leading up to that day.
Yeah, but I didn't get because I didn't get it yet. I have to now wait till after this next fight. But I want the cookies, the Sausalito chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies.
I went to that bakery before and I picked up
What bakery? The one over by Fran's?
No, that on the way to the fight I went to the bakery next, like just in I don't even remember where we were.
Wait, there's another fight?
Oh yeah, we just took a fight.
Yeah.
She's fighting in 3 weeks.
Well, shit. Thank God you're already training. Or you've trained already.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, she only had a week off, which is good. Definitely needed for those things. And then we're just picking it back up next week.
The cookies were needed too as a part of the mental break. Like it was required
I
for
like
the mental
I
health.
like crunchy cookies. I don't like the soft cookies.
I like both. It just
No.
I will honestly, if it's like if you put a cookie in front of me, I do not care. I'm gonna eat it, and it's never been. I'm trying to think of a cookie that I haven't enjoyed, and it's like,
Okay, so honest question.
yeah,
Because everybody's really going to give a shit about our cookies.
yeah.
But what are your thoughts on the oatmeal raisin cookies?
I thought he was gonna go back to the actual topic. Okay, they're bad.
Yeah, whose idea was that?
I don't know.
That's disgusting.
Well,
Or what about
you-
what about the nuts in the chocolate chip cookies? What do they put those walnuts? Who put? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't like the nuts in the cookies.
I think
Or
it's wrong.
in banana bread.
I think it's wrong.
Banana bread without
Yeah.
chocolate chips is crazy. Why would you make
Banana bread with
and then not put
walnuts is
chocolate chips in it?
disgusting.
I agree.
I don't know whose
1000%.
idea it was to put walnuts in the cookies and in the banana bread and oatmeal raisin cookies, but they're wrong. And they should be fired.
Oatmeal raisin isn't like honestly, if it was in front of me, I would eat the oatmeal raisin cookie.
You don't have standards then.
But you know
You-
what's horrible
you would
is
cave.
when you see a plate of oatmeal raisin cookies and you're like, oh my god, a chocolate
Yeah,
chip
chocolate
cookie.
chip cookies.
And then you
take a big fucking bite and you're like, oh my, and then you're like, what
oh
the
god,
fuck? It's traumatizing. It's traumatizing.
the biggest betrayal.
Yeah, my mom did that to me. Yeah, she did it. I'm mad at my mom now.
It must have been a low point in her life. She seems like a lovely lady.
It's traumatizing. I have traumatized in here.
Is that the chip on your shoulder that made you
That
fight
made me fight.
professionally?
Yes.
Was the oatmeal,
Oatmeal
raisin,
raisin
cookie. Oh my god.
Okay, but in all seriousness, that's disgusting. I disagree with it, and whoever came up with it probably should be shot.
I don't think no.
Is that too aggressive?
Yeah, it is a cookie that you don't have to eat.
Okay, but in all seriousness, why do they name him Cookie One?
Cookie one. I don't know Korean.
Oh, that's a Korean thing. Oh, that's weird. $1,000.
I don't actually know how all of it works. I just know that that's in World Taekwondo Federation style. In WTF style.
WTF? I remember that.
Yeah, you would remember that. So
Fuck.
literally,
Okay. You know what?
that's just where I got my like certification stuff, or where they got it for me. I don't really know how that works. I just know that it was like Cookie One. But hot take, Taekwondo black belt doesn't mean nothing, but it sure doesn't mean black belt. Or like I
think that I agree with you, right? It doesn't mean nothing, but maybe there's like another area that I don't know anything about because I don't know anything about Taekwondo. I didn't even know they have cookies. But the same for like jiu-jitsu guys and girls, right? There's black belt jiu-jitsu people, and then there's black belt people who are legitimate black belts. And then, but then there's all these variables, right? So you can have a 60-year-old black belt, and obviously they're not gonna. You put them in there with a 25-year-old black belt, they're getting pillar to post, right? So I mean, you do have to take those kinds of things into consideration. I would suppose, right? I mean, so, but go back to that it means something, because I guess it would be like that time put into it to earn that black belt, to get that black belt, which is, I don't know. Now that I'm ish, I'm oldish. Is oldish? Oldish is I'm bringing it back. You kind of look at things different when you get oldish. And I think I look at it a little bit from the view as not competing anymore, not at that level. Because if any one of them 25-year-olds decided that they wanted to do hard rounds, I'd just be like, you win. I can't hang. So
Is that true? I don't think that's true. I thought.
Oh no, that's
I've
100%.
seen you beat up the prime age guys all the time. What are you talking?
No, but I pay for that. Like,
yeah.
For like, take our training camp for instance. I'm still healing from our 7 weeks. My hip flexors finally getting a little bit better. Like I can actually you get up in the morning and you stretch the tall stretch. I can almost do that now. Almost. This knee is fucked. Well, it was fucked before, but it's fucked again. My back feels better now that I don't have to get beat up by you. But it's not. I don't know that it's a matter of beating them up, so to speak. It's a matter of for me, I can't do it because I hurt. You beat me up for 7 weeks. It's legitimate. It's a legitimate thing. And then beating up people who are 25 years old. They're fine after the round, and I need a week to recoup, and a lot of rum and cigars, mostly cigars. I like cigars.
Really good.
Okay. We are everywhere this time, though.
No. I think we're fine.
Okay, I feel like.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
Okay, good. Because
You guys
I'm
are
lost and I'm the one talking.
You guys are on topic, but you guys are kind of
Then we kind of veer off a little bit, and then we go
Yeah,
back
you
on
guys are
topic.
kinda,
That's perfect.
circling
So
around.
people
Okay.
don't get. I don't know.
But then I'm like, would I want to listen to myself talk about cookies for 10 minutes? No, absolutely not.
It was 3 minutes. It wasn't 10.
If I think about that the whole time.
And it's important.
What?
It's important.
What is important? The cookies?
No, the establishment of oatmeal raisin cookies should
We
be
can't
banned.
just go back to the.
You brought
can't
it
go
up.
Back to the oatmeal
You brought it
cookies.
up.
Okay, so
I'm just telling you the importance of it. Those should be banned. What was the other? Oh, and nuts in the chocolate chip cookies. Are we still recording? Where'd he go? Oh, I just calm down. You don't yell at me. And nuts and banana bread. These are important things. They are.
I love banana bread and pumpkin bread, but only if there's chocolate chips in it.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you make it without the chocolate chip?
I love banana bread.
Yeah.
Banana
bread's
bread,
really good.
like a thick slice, heated, warmed up
with the chocolate
butter.
chips in it.
Oh, and a thick thing
Yeah.
of just butter melted all over it, or even just take a bite and dip it in the butter and then eat it. Oh my!
Oh, that sounds like a lot of butter.
Butter's good for you.
My foot fell asleep. My foot. It's like when it tingles.
You have to shift your butt cheek.
Life lessons with Coach Chris.
Shift your butt cheek.
Oh God. You know what would be funny if we actually implemented that thing that we joked about one time, where it's we get one phrase or word and we have to say it teaching. So it's it could be butt cheek or whatever, and then but you have to say it in your class that you're teaching. You have to somehow implement it in. I think that would be funny.
You ever watch that movie, Super Troopers?
No.
Where they have repeater, and they pull people over, and they have to one guy will go say whatever. Do you know why I pulled you over? And then the other guy will have repeat it.
Oh no,
Do
I
you know
haven't
why I
seen
pulled
that.
you over? It's kind of funny. But yeah, I accept the challenge. It's a good challenge.
I had to
So
think of a word that you don't know the meaning of.
Oh, that's a lot of words. Joel makes up words. He's really smart. Wendy does that to me. She'll say some shit and I'll be like, I don't know what that means. They're always smart people words,
Mhm.
like multiple syllables.
I
I
don't know
wish-
those words.
I wish that
I'm not very literate.
literate is that
This is ironic because he doesn't. That's funny.
no. Fuck you.
No, it's funny because it's the other. It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, well, your face is stupid.
Bringing it back, reel it back in.
So fighting in 3 weeks.
Yeah. So, elaborating on Taekwondo thing.
Oh yeah,
God.
but I thought we were done with Taekwondo because
Oh, I just I don't even.
I thought
remember.
you said what you wanted to say about it. You said
Oh,
that
yeah,
your
I-
teachers were horrible.
No.
You regret everything
No,
about
I did not
Taekwondo,
say
and
that.
you said it was stupid,
Nothing
and you don't even know why
was-
people even do it. That's what you
That's
said.
Definitely
It's on
not
the
what I said.
camera.
I think it's good for when you're developing,
All right,
like growing up,
I agree.
for all the martial arts things that everyone's heard before. But I do think they hand out black belts like
Skittles.
candy on Halloween, which is fine if you don't associate it with what black belts are associated with, I guess. It's like if you know it's not gonna defend you or like you there definitely is an ego. I think that's probably my only biggest dilemma with it is people that think that they can like defend themselves or like not even that. That's I understand they have a bigger skill than an untrained person, but the ego of like I have a black belt, like sit down. Let's calm down.
I can agree with that.
That's why that conversation I was saying with MJ where he's like, I wish I had a black belt, and I'm like, or like a Taekwondo black belt, and I'm like, really? You can learn all those things, like without the belt at that level of like first degree black belt. What it is, after it's kind of been, and not obviously not in every single school, but majority of them, because that's how they. It's how they make money and not in like a corporate horrible way, but you own the gym and you know the finances behind it. It's like if you had the belt and then every single belt testing monthly, you also made the profit from the belt test. It's like those things are what pays for the like business. And not so many of them I drive by and they're shut down. Like they don't even remain open. And it's not like they're doing it because they're corrupt, horrible people. They're just people that love Taekwondo and wanted to open a school for Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
But now the standards for what black belt is very, very low. But that's my opinion.
All right.
I'm no expert.
And Bird will do.
So, anyways. Oh, yeah, but I'm fighting in 3 weeks.
Mhm.
And it's MMA this time. First MMA.
Yep. So she's fighting 3 weeks. We're going up in weight class.
You guys have a strategy this time?
We do. Yeah. This one's different. Yeah. I mean, we can't talk about it.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Too
Here's the
much.
plan, guys.
Here's the plan. What we're going to
Here's
do
the
is we're going to
plan.
grab her and punch her in the fucking face. Right in her mouthpiece.
Grab her.
Don't say that. Not on camera. Grab her by
Twisted.
the old twister. Don't
Oh my god.
don't get me going. I try to behave and be good. I'm professional.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Wait. Junior has the beep.
Yeah, I was
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Was that what you were doing? He was getting ready
afraid.
to
I
beat
was
me. No, I'm not gonna.
Oh god.
I'm not swearing. I didn't swear.
What?
Oh, I haven't
No,
sworn.
you definitely have. There's no way you haven't.
No, did I swear? I don't think I've swore
Yeah,
yet. No
you-
way.
there-
I haven't done it.
Oh my god, cue the counter. There's probably
No, I swear. There's
Pragma.
probably.
if you owe me $1 for every time you've said a curse word
On this one?
Yeah.
But I don't think that I swore at all so far.
Oh, so you want
I'm
to shake
doing-
on a
I'm-
dollar every
No,
every
not really.
I don't remember you explicitly
didn't-
saying
I
any
don't-
bad words, but
I don't.
it is in your natural vocabulary.
I know, but I swear this time I didn't. I don't think that I did.
There's video proof, so I don't know if you want to swear on anything.
Well, I think that I've done a good job so far.
Let's leave it at that.
I'm watching the shit. Fuck.
That's what
I'm watching. No.
This guy
what
is
happened?
gonna owe me $20.
Wait. That doesn't count.
But all the previous ones do count.
Okay, the previous count. This one doesn't count because this one was I was having a conversation with myself out loud to myself, and I said to myself, "Self, I'm gonna watch this one," but then the other words came out, and it's not my fault. I don't think I've swore that much.
Okay. And that's your opinion.
Yeah, well, you're dumb. I'm not gonna swear, juniors, because you're fucking. Get your hand off the button.
Oh my god, it's so good. That was good. The timing. Oh. Oh god.
My heart hurts. You guys are against me.
Mm.
Getting my own podcast.
Was that? That's
Shut up.
we're racking them up. Are you trying?
I didn't swear out loud.
You're in the micro. I can hear the.
It was barely a word. I mumbled it. It doesn't count if it's mumbled.
So your mom would say.
You leave my mom out of this.
Oh god. Oh, okay. Anyways, yeah. Fight.
Yeah, fight in 3
details?
weeks.
Yeah.
Clearwater, Suquamish. Casino.
How far is that from here?
Far. It's like,
Lake Stevens.
yeah, it's so far. I don't know if I'm going to make the trip because it's far. Like,
What?
what's,
What do you mean?
like the Oregon Trail.
Snoqualmish?
Suquamish.
Suquamish.
Yeah.
How far is that from here?
Old people don't
Is that
travel
how you
well.
pronounce that?
I could get
How you say it?
hypothermia. I'm susceptible to hypothermia. Old people are susceptible to hypothermia and travel. Like when we travel, we get, because we're old. That's far. It's like an hour and a half. And you have to take a boat. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's. So
I
much
could drown.
fun.
There's
I love
sharks in the water.
ferries.
There's sharks.
I actually never leave this area of Washington, so and even hour and a half is like not.
But we're
far.
going to Mexico.
Going to Mexico cross training. in
Tell you
Mexico.
what. Hell yeah. Fucking. Oh, did I swear?
That's what I'm saying. It's just natural. I don't know how you, unless you're consciously thinking about not swearing. I know you did in this podcast.
We're
'Cause
going
you
to
would-
Mexico.
We are going to Mexico. We're going to Mexico.
Yep. Going to train on the
Go.
beach. Going to train on the beach. I'm not going to let you put me down. Only God can judge me. No rugrats.
You should write songs or something. Just God.
I don't know why you're so mean to me.
That's gonna be fun. I am.
I'm going to kick you in the leg tomorrow.
Oh wow, tomorrow's Monday.
Mm,
Ooh, you start your fight training tomorrow too?
Hmm
all day.
It's such a weird noise.
It's weird.
Oh, eating clean. You ate clean.
7 weeks I didn't drink. Lost a bunch. Well, I don't know about a bunch, but I don't even know what I started at. But I ended up at 186 something. It's like
Hmm
14-ish pounds, somewhere around there. Because I'm pretty sure I weighed more than 200. Yeah. Oh, I got a 6-pack.
And you got compliments.
I did?
Yeah, you were like, people said I look thinner, and you were like, they said I look skinny.
Somebody said
Remember
that.
that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mike D did. He's like, you look skinny. And I'm like, what does that mean? Got a little
What do you
upset.
mean by that?
I have muscles. Anyways, fucker. I swear.
I know.
But I got abs. I got abs. I know.
I didn't.
Let me see yours.
No.
Oh, you don't have any. Never mind.
Wow.
That's what you get for being mean to me. Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
What is
Let's talk about
called
that.
karma?
It's
That's
called,
what
it's
that
not
is.
called karma.
Karma.
What is that? Because
Karma.
I train and
Karma.
then
Karma.
I train more.
Karma.
Turn off the mic. Fuck. Don't. I can see it.
It's building.
I know, God. Take his mic away.
Fucking karma.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you talk. I'm sorry. Sorry about karma.
How come when I train more or the same amount as
Oh,
the guys at the gym,
You train more than they do, yeah.
everybody gets abs except for me? I don't get, but I also don't want like abs, but I want like more definition than I have. It's messed up. It's a cruel world we live in. Cruel.
You'll get some.
Thanks.
Could be karma.
God, I should have thought about that. Karma for what?
Being mean to me. You're like the meanest girl I know.
You probably don't know that many girls.
What's this supposed? Wait. I know lots of girls. Well, at least I have abs and you don't. So there. You guys are being mean to me. You're ganging up on me today. I don't like this.
Junior doesn't even, he's not even saying anything.
He's
just-
laughing.
'cause
You're guilty by association.
'cause
You're
I'm-
laughing at me. I'm kicking you in the leg
He's
tomorrow.
laughing because I'm
And I'm
funny.
going to kick you in the leg tomorrow. Yes, both of you are getting leg kicks.
I don't even, Junior's gonna come in like, and just.
He's like,
ju-
yeah, but what? Fucking 05. I'm here. Oh, nobody's here. No, I'll get my workout in and I'm out. 0500. One and done. In and out. I was there today, I swear. You weren't. I was looking forward to seeing you. But you didn't show up.
Oh, I wish I knew about nutrition stuff. Nutrition is so hard because so many people say so many different things. And it's like, who am I supposed to believe? But so many people say like vastly different things about nutrition. And it's like, and also it depends on if you're hitting the gym, if you're like looking for like for your physique, or for, I've even seen a lot of different fighters, what I eat in a day, whatever, and it's still different even between all the fighters. It's like there's no correct diet that's like universal. And that's another thing, is I don't even know what I'm allergic to or what my,
Oh, you can get a panel on that, though.
yeah,
You go to doctors.
I've even seen things on that being inaccurate though.
Really?
That, yeah, because
Huh.
oh God, well now I don't want to explain why it's inaccurate because I don't actually know in big science words. But the gist of it, of the guy I was watching, he said that if people will show up allergic to eggs because
That's weird.
they eat it's like if you eat a lot of them. So, oh God, I don't really know. You should definitely Google this.
Yeah, there's a lot
But
of
you
stuff
can-
out there.
You can you can test like allergic or sensitive to things even if you're not.
Oh, that's crazy.
But maybe it's
weird.
like I should still do it anyways because maybe it'll give me like some information. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying, is I don't know what to do because this guy's like, you don't need to get that test. I got this test, which is so much more money. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
I just had a thought. So, there's like, I don't know, constant, and I haven't. Okay, so my brain. Sorry, not sorry. There's one individual that I would trust as far as like food goes, and that's Sally. She's over at Charlie's. Sally Krumdiak. She's I don't know, one of the most intelligent women I've ever known. She's stupid smart. She helped me in that what was it? Second fight in China. with food and then walking at a lower weight because we had to weigh in twice, yada yada, blah blah blah. Basically, what she made me do was perfect for me, and it worked for me, and allowed me to operate at a super high level. I was that was actually probably the best shape I'd ever been in. Thank God, because that guy, he was mad at me or something. I don't know what his problem was, but
Someone gave him oatmeal raisin cookies, I think.
probably
Yeah.
or walnuts in his banana bread.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's so dumb.
I understand.
Yeah. So, man, of course, I haven't seen her, talked to her in forever, but that would be, you could find her somewhere on the
Mhm.
internet. That would be somebody I'd reach out to, because you always got to go to who you've trust or who you've worked with before, and I've worked with her before, and I would trust her. She's stupid smart. Maybe that sounds bad. Stupid smart. She's
It almost like
wicked
you could
smart.
totally cut that and just be like, she's stupid, and then just cut it and made it look like you.
Let's not do that. No, she's wicked smart. She is smart. Just being in that field, her having
Mhm.
already had been a professional fighter, you could probably reach out to her. She, that would be an idea.
Mhm.
But there's way too much out there. I think
Yeah.
it gets kind of stupid dumb when you can just. I think if you just boiled it down to the foods that the basic human body should / can eat, all this other stuff that came after, whatever cookies, but all the other stuff, that stuff came after. We don't necessarily need that.
Mhm.
I lived off red meat for 7 weeks, and I was fine. What? Why are you?
Just because my eating clean and your eating clean is different because you just have steaks and that's it.
Well, yeah.
But like,
What else is there?
exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
There's nothing else to eat. Name some. There's nothing.
Oh my God, we're not even gonna have this conversation. Like, we can't
I don't
because I'm gonna be like
why-
chicken. And that's what I was just gonna say. And I was like, and then you're gonna pretend like you're throwing up. That's exactly what I was. I
No.
knew that you were gonna make that
I
exact
didn't-
noise.
I didn't know. I couldn't. My earphones
Oh
went out
God,
at
and
that
no one
time.
wants
Did
to
you
hear
say
that again. So I'm not gonna list any more food. We're just gonna stop it with that.
I ate broccoli?
Okay.
It was good. I liked it. It was roasted.
There was.
I had
There
broccoli.
was some sort of greens in there.
Yeah, I
at
had
one
that.
point.
Yeah, a couple times. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So I didn't eat just red meat, but I did eat broccoli
But
roasted.
if we look at percentage of what your diet was, but whatever. Like I said, not a dietitian, so maybe that's fine if you just eat red meat. But I'm like,
It is.
there's gotta
I'm
be
totally normal.
things in vegetables that like probably.
There's that one guy on the Instagram. I don't know his name because I can't remember. What are you doing?
I'm looking at making sure it's still recording.
Oh,
Because it's almost
so
that time.
weird. Why did we invite him?
Oh, because I have all the equipment.
Oh, that's true. That's right. I forgot. There's that one guy. He said there's only 4. I don't know if it's true or not.
That's
'cause
what I'm saying.
right?
One
What'd he
guy,
say?
I don't know.
Arugula, Brussels
Oh,
sprouts,
okay.
asparagus, and broccoli are the only 4 vegetables that we really should have. I don't know if that's true or not.
Mhm.
Maybe somebody else who's smarter than my brain would do some research.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
my.
You could, because you're smart. I mean, you go to school, right?
Yeah, but that's another. I don't know. I'm like, is the nutrition class? What if I'm? Well, I don't want to be like I'm better than the nutrition class, but I'm like, where did the nutrition class get their
Well-
information? Probably all that stuff is just gonna be about like basic stuff.
No,
about,
I
like,
agree though. I think that nutrition is probably an ever evolving thing, and
Yeah.
you should always do always I don't know like training on it, right? You should consistently be training on it, just like
Mhm.
we train consistently now, right? And then when something new comes out, you're like, oh, let's try that, and that works or that doesn't work. Doctors, surgeons, they're always doing training, right? So kind of like that whole self-defense thing, same. Like I think it should should always be, I don't know, testing it, figuring it out.
Oh, I guess we should say what the diet should. Can we say what eating clean means in our terms?
Yeah, sure. I
Okay.
don't know why we couldn't.
I didn't know if it was like fight camp secrets, but I'm like,
No.
if people, yeah. So, it's just it's. I don't actually. I think it's similar to paleo, but it's just no refined sugar and no, like grains.
Yeah, more or less. For me, it's no processed food.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah. So no processed food, refined sugar, or grains.
Yeah.
So
I
basically, sorry. Go ahead.
I pulled mine off of, I watched that documentary, The
Mhm.
Perfect Human Diet, and then I would just based everything off of that. And it was pretty simple. It's like, don't eat anything that comes in a box, a bag, or a plastic bag, or it's pre-made, which is a lot.
And that's what this guy I was listening to. He talked about how people will do carnivore or whatever, and they're like, I feel so much better. But it's also because when you do diets that are like an elimination diet, it's like all that stuff that was making you feel horrible, you're not eating. So are you maybe like not getting the vitamins and stuff you get from vegetables or like other things you need? Maybe, but it's also like you eliminated the bad stuff, so you feel a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the and the stuff about the cravings is definitely true. Like you stop having the cravings for the things that you really want. And then another thing, it's hard. I was actually talking to my friend about stuff because it's like, oh, I'm also friends with like college students, so it's like you go to their place and then it's the bags of stuff from Costco or whatever, but it's a whole cupboard of just food that is not real food. And it's
Yeah.
like nothing. And I was like, the butter isn't even real butter. I was like, what is this? And you look at the ingredient list and it's like a paragraph. It looks like an essay. And I'm like, is this not supposed to be butter? Does it not say like,
Butter.
yeah, I don't understand. But it's also like me and her both talked about how the entire time growing up, we were never taught that. Like to eat things with minimal ingredients or all this random stuff that we have no idea what it actually is that's in our food.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
like we were just raised off this food. We didn't. So when you go to Costco and you're just grabbing stuff, you're like, this is my food.
Yeah.
You
So
don't even think about it.
that's a battle I have with students when they're like, what do I eat? And I'm, you know, straightforward, basic plastic bag, pre-made box. Don't eat it. Or they'll cut, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, well, I already do that. Like, I eat clean already,
Mhm.
and they're overweight. I'm like, you're already overweight.
Mhm.
How are you eating clean and you're overweight? It's not a thing. And then I make a food journal. Then they make a food journal, and then they bring it in, and I look over it. I'm like, I mean, like 90% of this it's pre-made, or
Mhm.
this is not real food. It is bad for you. This is bad for you.
And
Like, oh, but
mhm.
it said, fat free or whatever it said, like gluten free. But it's good for you. Like, no, it's not. It's not real food.
And that's the thing is, where do these people, including myself, before, if I never went into this gym, I never would have started eating clean ever. Probably,
Really?
yeah, because I have a fast metabolism. So I'd probably just keep eating garbage. And I don't know the difference between how I feel me eating clean versus not eating clean. Also because the cold turkey thing I was just talking about, this is the conversation me and my friend were having, is because um she was like, I just couldn't. And every time I say I'm eating clean and people are like, you should eat this, and I'm like, or like they'll offer me food at whatever or drinks or whatever, and I'm like, I can't have that. And then they're like, oh my God, I could never do that. And I'm like, I thought I could never do it, but you just like have to do it.
Well, yeah,
Because after a certain amount of time, it is, I think, really hard. Um, the first probably 2 weeks of ever eating clean, if you've never done it in your life, and it's like the very first 2 weeks of just eating real food, even though you've been eating the what everyone else has been eating your whole life for
yeah.
like, especially if you're grown and you're like, now you're 40 years old and this has been your life. So I don't know from experience of that because I'm not 40 years old, but that's also what I think about is me side by side of like, if I were to have kept eating horribly for the next 20 years versus relatively clean for the next 20 years, what a side by side version of me would look like in each of those separate lifestyles with just the diet aspect of it. And I can see myself being two dramatically different people. Because I just talked about that brain clarity and how I felt a lot more um not dumb when I was eating clean
Yeah, you
and a lot more productive.
yeah.
And that's not all due to the eating clean. It was also I was in a fight camp, but it definitely has. It wouldn't not have an effect if you looked side by side at the bad food versus the food that we had to eat for the last 7 weeks. It's like there's they're very different.
Yeah.
It's like there's no way that wouldn't have an effect on you physically and mentally.
Yeah. There needs to be a shift in the mindset
Mhm.
in America as a whole. For the most part, generally speaking, we look at food and like the way that we just ate, we look at that as a diet. Like, oh, we're going on a diet.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
Right?
It's just crazy because that's how you're supposed to
That's
eat.
how you should
but it's
be
dieting.
doing. It's not
Or
dieting.
there's a weird thing that's like, oh God, I hate when I'm like, I'm eating clean. And then I tell people that and they're like, but you look so good already. And I'm like, what? What does that makes no sense. They're like, you don't need to go on a diet. And I'm like, that's not, I'm just eating healthy for like self embetterment. What's going, I'm not trying to, it's just, I think when you talk about diet and you talk about food, it's, there's a lot of social things that tie into that conversation and a lot of um almost like defensiveness, but it's hard to have conversations with people about food and not either get defensive or feel like it's attacking like them or their appearance, but it's like it's not a conversation about that, it's a conversation about, like I just said, like the mental part of it and how you feel. Because just basing the eating clean and not eating clean off how I feel, I feel way different when I've been eating clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are we good? Okay. And I wish I could like telepathically share or like show someone like this is what I felt before and then just be like touch their forehead and be like "Phew," and then make them feel it and then like have them experience what I felt when I was eating clean because you really feel different, but there's just no way to do it unless you fully commit to eating clean.
Yeah, which is tough.
Yeah.
That can be tough for people. Yeah. Think like the way you said it too, we equate it to the way people physically look, and it is a piece of it, but there's the other aspect, like the mental clarity that you have when you don't drink. Like I get sharp, like real sharp, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm banging on all 8 cylinders when I'm not drinking, and then definitely then even the 14 pounds that you lose, it that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Grab 14 pounds and hold it, and it's a substantial amount of weight. Then there's the, I don't know, I mean, the being 45 and at least being able to make it through the rounds for 7 weeks. Not a lot of people who are 45 with broken body parts can do that. I attribute eating clean to being able to get on the mats and do that. Definitely not at the level of a 25-year-old version of myself, but at least I can still move a bit, you know. And then, anyways, for longevity, give me, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but give me 20 years. I'd still like to be on the mats. I'd still like to be moving and teaching. Definitely won't be sparring, but I'd like to grapple, of course. I have to. So it's kind of more or less like I for myself, I have to think longevity. And I don't know. Maybe a lot of people don't think that way. They're like, I don't know, I'll be fine or something.
I think a lot of people do think like that, and also they don't see anything wrong with how they're eating now. And that's the thing is that I don't think you can blame them because
Some people don't
everybody
know.
eats. Yeah, I didn't know, and I think pretty much I think about the adults in my life, and I'm like they probably don't know either. And I don't know where we are supposed to get that information from, or like where, because
I think it's out
most
there. It just needs to be. It is out there. The information's out there.
the people,
My,
I don't know, the people that want are like where we get most of our information from, or like see the ads of like this is keto, this is this, and it's like everybody kind of has their like agenda of selling whatever they're selling. So it's like where do we find the people that just want that are trying to find who's pushing the information that's actually beneficial for us? It's kind of hard to
yeah, that's a whole
find.
different conversation.
We're at an hour.
Okay, well, we can wrap it up. Call it good. Call it a day.
Hmm. But I also hate to be that I don't ever bring it up in public where it's like, God, I hate those people too. Cause it's like, are you gonna eat, are you eating that? Or like people that think they're like superior, like, I wouldn't eat that. Like, I ain't clean. Or you want to, I don't want to be one of those people. But then I'm like, in a restaurant, I want to be like, is there any refined sugar in this? But it's like I want to go out and eat with friends, but I can't unless I get leaves, which is what I have to do. I'm just,
You could eat red meat.
but even no, I don't. I not in
Well,
fight
you're
camp
boring. Yes. What do you mean not in fight camp?
because you don't know what they actually put on the. It's usually in a marinade with sugar in it.
Oh, well, no. Not if you go to like a restaurant that's just like, I don't know, like Fran's. They just put it on the grill, salt and pepper, and then,
Do you know that?
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
You just, you could, well, I know you're like, you don't want to
I just
ask,
don't
but
want to ask.
it's, yeah, it's fine. But you also want to know where the beef's coming from too.
I haven't even gotten that far. And that's another thing is people think it's very expensive to be eating clean. I think I spend a lot less money on food because I don't eat out at all.
Yeah, that's a true thing. I did some math, which I'm not good at, but eating out's really expensive, and I didn't really
Mhm.
realize that until I sat down and did the math,
Mhm.
and then and I'm lazy, but well, because I don't like cooking at the end of the day. But anyways, I started going to the store because we were like 7 weeks clean, this and that, and I just started doing the math. I'm like, holy cow! I didn't swear. Yeah.
Now at the end of the hour that we're deciding that
You know
this
what?
matters.
Why don't you just let me have this one?
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Before karma gets you. Anyway, yeah. So like, I did the math. I'm like, that's. I kind of get sick to my stomach sometimes because I'm like, I can't believe how
even
much money I spent
The
going out.
coffees. The coffees
Oh,
that
those
are
are yeah.
because then it's like $6 and I get oat milk and then I tip and it's like gosh, the coffee was $7 every time I went and got a coffee.
Yep.
Sometimes I get multiple coffees a day.
Sometimes
But-
I do too.
But I get free coffee, so that's good. When I decide to go and yeah. But also, I even got like a pour over and everything. So that's just way cheaper than going out and buying the coffee. And I've never drinking black coffee in my life because I thought it was disgusting. And then I ate clean for the 7 weeks and I actually like black coffee.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe I should try that. I didn't try it. Oh,
Well, even if it's just a little bit of honey, it's like I'll actually drink it. I would have not drinking that before. It's just tastes too much like black coffee. But I can actually like it.
Tanner does that. He does the honey and cinnamon.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, I like the honey over any sweetener. I have
Mhm.
the honey in my stuff now. I like it.
Have you
I won't
no-
change it.
Well, I don't think your vice, is that what it's called? I don't think your thing was sugar. Mine was sugar. Like I just want sugar all the time.
Hmm.
But yours, I don't think you have that sweet tooth as much as I do. I don't
Mm.
think you care about it as much. But even I noticed things with sugar in them, like they can taste better with honey. Or just I don't find that the taste of it is as good as it used to be.
You owe me a cheesecake.
What?
Yeah, before
What?
training camp, I wanted a cheesecake, and then you said you're not making one during training camp.
Yeah, because it's hard. That's another thing is in my head, I'm like, it's a clean cheesecake, but it's a cheesecake. I feel it feels wrong to be eating cheesecake during camp. Like it feels like I'm not supposed to be eating it.
Well, you can't,
Yeah.
but I can.
So
'Cause
why?
I'm not
Why would I
fighting.
spend that time making a cheesecake?
Well, you're not in
just
training
to
camp.
Completely.
You owe me.
Okay.
You said you were going to make me one.
I don't recall. I'll do it, but
I
I don't
recall.
recall. I genuinely
I
don't
remember
recall.
that. You owe me a cheesecake.
Well, it'll be after this fight. Well, actually, can I?
I'm so upset.
I'm not cutting weight this time. Can I have cream cheese?
No, you can't. That's that mental. That's that mental
Yeah,
stuff, though.
that's what I was saying. Is I can't just be eating cheesecake.
No, that's
I'm
that.
eating
That's that
cheesecake.
mental stuff. That's that
hmm
makes you mean.
Oh wait, so I
With-
can't. We can't do the. I can't do the barbecue.
Oh my god, it was
steak.
crazy. I had so many plans with so many people to go get food, and I was like, "Sorry guys, I took a fight again. Damn it, we're not going anywhere."
But steak is not. She can eat steak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Where are you getting
you
it?
got, Higgins.
Oh, I don't even. Oh, that's another thing is like where you're getting it from. I will be looking into that when I make
Just
more
go
money.
to a butcher shop.
That's
Butcher shop's good.
Butcher.
Yeah.
The only butcher is in like Snohomish, and it's just
Is it expensive?
it's like all yes, of course.
Oh, go find buddies and go in on a cow. But Hagen's is fine. I know it's expensive.
What
Oh
do you
my
think I
god, you're
am?
gonna fucking hyperventilate? Jeez.
Started
Come on.
What buddies are
Oh
gonna
my-
split a cow with me? I'm gonna call up the girls and be like, "Hey, girls, you want to split a cow?" Like, what? Who am I calling? I'm with,
All
I'm
hear
friends
all I
with
hear is
broke
problems.
college kids.
I don't hear any solutions.
Yeah, Higgins is. I don't even go to Higgins. It's quite pricey.
It is.
Yeah.
I haven't done any research also into the where everything comes from. Probably that's what I was saying. It's next.
Yeah.
It's not now. Well, no, we went.
It's like a
To
process.
Costco.
It's a process.
I don't know where Costco gets their meat.
Neither
from.
do I actually.
Oh well,
I just
but I got the thing. I don't know what. I don't remember what it's called.
the ribeye.
And then I'd cut it up. So then you don't have to pay them to cut it up.
How are
and then
yeah?
it's cheaper.
Do you still have some of that meat left, or did you go through
Nah,
it all?
I already went through it all.
How many meals did you get out of it? Because I get 9 steaks.
I got so many steaks,
Yeah.
but I cut mine thinner than yours.
Well,
But how long? I don't even know how far it lasted. Basically to the end of camp. I think I still have a like.
that's crazy. You
One
you
frozen
still
one.
have some left.
Yeah,
I get 9 meals out of mine.
hmm
Yeah. All right. Well, shit. We wrapping it up. Call this a day. Blow this popsicle stand. Make like a baby and head out.
Oh god.
Off like a dirty shirt. Make like a tree and leaf.
That's my favorite one. That's all. This is the only one.
You
I
don't like the other ones?
No.
All right. Well,
Start outro music.
oh Jesus. He really
So Team
He
United.
likes that. Yeah, 100%.
Really speaks.
I'm fucking
Chip's
out of here.
truth.
I'm done with this.